that's kind of my piece. I did want to say that I will be looking into it. Allie, I can get in touch with you over DM to let you know what we uncover about the botting that happened today, because I'm very curious to know if it was an Elphaba. I'm very curious to know if A, if it was Elphaba, B, if it was one of Elphaba's supporters to try to drum up sympathy, or if this actually was like a malicious attack by somebody who doesn't like Elphaba. I think for me personally and what my team is trying to put together, that is more important for us.
Yeah.
And we would rather be able to figure out who is doing this and make this person safe.
Yes.
But this person also has to be safe for other people.
Yes.
That is my piece. I'm sorry.
No, you're absolutely correct.
You've just shone the light on. We all thought Galaxy was in China.
Yeah.
No, Galaxy Talent is Seattle, Washington.
Wow.
That is shocking. That is shocking. As a first world country, that if they have bought bots and been paying for those comments and paying for some of those views, because we know some of those views are paid for, that they are allowing this to happen.
It's actually really easy because we were like, okay, what is the process? Can anybody do this? And one of the things that my team did is I actually went live for the solar eclipse that had happened in the US. My mods did it, and we did it purely just to test what would happen. There is so many things that is available out there to just buy bots that can interact with likes. These are bots to where you can actually, I don't know if you guys know this one. There's a service that we actually found to where you can pay X amount of money. So you can pay $200 and then this service will gift your live account from bot accounts. So you're essentially paying for your gifts.
There's a few creators in this country that people do think, well, how the hell do they get these galaxies and universes? Yeah. And they're basically just gifting back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's got something to do with it, if they're maybe intertwined with them.
Maybe. I just very want to quickly just address Charlotte, my lovely. I am seeing your comments. Please make sure you are sleeping really well tonight, and if our voices are really soothing for you, you are absolutely more than welcome. And I really do hope that you have a really lovely sleep tonight, darling.
That's all for me. Thank you for letting me come up.
No problem.
Allie,
Thank you for the puppies.
Welcome. I can stay up and leave my video feed up until I have to go to dinner if you want to have something soothing for everybody else, and I can just mute, or I can step down either way. But Allie, I do want to reach out to you separately, just to kind of let you know what we find out about the botting.
You're more than welcome to. Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. So Peach is very generously leaving up the puppy images. So guys, again, if you are triggered by anything that we are talking about, you are more than welcome. I'm not going to take any hard feelings if you do mute my voice and you just want to see puppies. Peach is very lovely, and she's going to share that. Fantastic. Robin's back. Hello. Okay, so let's have a look and see.
Robin, apparently Galaxy isn't in China, it's in Seattle, Washington.
I know, I heard the whole thing. I was when I was in the shower. I was just like, I screamed in the shower. I screamed in the shower. I'm like, what the fuck?
We will get round to you, darling. Just request to join and let us know what your age is, please.
I'm really sorry it's taken a while.
Allie, I also have a new favourite sushi. Okay,
what's the sushi?
It's the one I bought at Lidl's. It is sesame chicken rolls.
Yes!
That is now my new favourite sushi.
That's my favourite.
It tastes well nice. And do you know what I've got to top it off? I have fucking sweet chili sauce.
What are you
well,
like?
I won't have it with that personally. I'm allergic to chili, so. Hi, puppy dog. Oh, look at your face. Just look at your face.
Right. So let's skip on to another box. So I'm going to go with April. Can you please let us know in the comments how old you are? So while we're just waiting for that, obviously mods, if you do catch their age, let them in. Okay, so
I'm going to mute because I'm going to quickly get dressed.
Cool.
Oh, so I accidentally cut my legs when I was shaving my legs.
Oh, you know.
Nana.
I got like a blood pool. I don't have any glasses. All right, I'm going to mute myself.
Right, so trigger warning for unaliving. So just a little bit of an update for people who are just joining and are curious as to what's going on. We're not going to go into huge amounts of detail because obviously it's triggering regardless. I will get you on just after April, my lovely. We're just waiting for her to confirm her age if she's still in the chat. Okay, so trigger warning, unaliving. So Elphaba tonight has been on live sharing themselves yet again, and they have been recorded on live with holding a sharp instrument to their neck, claiming to wanting to be unaliving themselves. They have also had their comment section on their live full of D threats and full of tips and tricks on how to unalive themselves. And they also added someone into their box who, again, gave them tips and tricks on how to unalive themselves. So just as a quick update, the police were called by a varying number of people. And the police have attended, and we have heard information that the police have left, but without Elphaba. So to my knowledge, that would mean that the police have deemed that Elphaba is not in danger. I have also heard as a report from one of my mods that Elphaba has received an official ban. Which account that is, I am not too sure. I haven't looked into it too deeply. Yes, so that is currently the situation. We have opened up the boxes just because I know there are a huge number of people that have been triggered by what has been said and what has been seen on TikTok this evening. So this is what this is for, is to give you guys an opportunity to voice your concerns, voice what you're feeling, and then also feel safe in this space as well.
I am.
You're right.
Oh yeah, I'm just switching that off for tonight. Whilst also trying to use it as a tripod.
I cannot urge enough for everyone here to not go searching for videos of Elphaba tonight, and I would probably urge you not to go searching for videos of Elphaba for the next couple of days, just because obviously the FYP is currently being flooded with imagery at the moment, which should not be there. If you do come across such videos or photos of what happened on Elphaba's live tonight, please report the video. If you have screen recorded and you feel like you want to do something with that, please can you send it to the police and quote Online Safety Act 2023 section 184. It is a crime to be sharing that kind of content online because it poses a danger not only to themselves but also to other people. So it is a crime. People who were commenting D threats and also the person who brought into their box, they are also subject to criminal conviction because they will come under hate crime and malicious intent. So if you do see any of that, please report it and get rid of it. Just emailed Galaxy Talent. Fantastic. Secondly, if you are triggered by anything that is being brought up today on this live, or if you have been witness to what happened on Elphaba's live and you feel like you are in danger right now and you need to speak to somebody right now, 111, which is the NHS National call centre, please do give them a call and wait for the option in regards to being connected to your local crisis team. Someone will be... do not look up that hashtag. Thank you, Rose Budgets. Do not look up that hashtag. So that will... what I might do, Rose, is just going to remove that comment. It's going to mute you, but that's the only way we're going about it. I just don't want people accessing that hashtag. Where was I? So yes, call 111. Wait for the option to speak to your local crisis team. and then they will call you and make contact with you. You can also contact Samaritans, which is a national helpline within the UK, on 116123, or texting shout to 85258. They will make contact with you and give you and be your listening ear for tonight.
And that is 988 for America.
Yes. My helpful commenters and mods are posting other hotlines across all of the across all the world. So if you are not in the UK and you are in America, as my lovely Louis has said, and as my lovely Watermelon, my mod, is saying in the comments, they are posting different helplines for you as well. Any of you qualified in mental health? I work in healthcare, so I'm not necessarily qualified in mental health, but I am qualified in the sense of I can talk about it.
I'm bipolar, so I think I've got experience.
Yeah.
I have anxiety and depression.
Yeah, but that is also why we are also forwarding people, signposting is what we call in the medical field, signposting people to the appropriate places that they may need to go to. Stayed on live 15, 20 minutes. TikTok have done nothing. Absolutely. Okay, so I don't think I've heard from April. So I'm really sorry, April. I haven't actually seen your comment, darling. Jackie, can you please confirm your age, lovely, so I can add you to the box? Okay. 23. Fantastic. Just as a quick warning, please no graphic content. Please no transphobia. We obviously, we all have opinions on Elphaba's identity, but please just respect that their pronouns are she, her, they, them. Or if you really don't want to be using them, please just refer to them as E or Elphaba. Okay. Hello, Jackie.
Hello. How are you guys doing today?
All good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty all right.
Fantastic.
I just wanted to bring from like an American perspective. Like Peach said, Elphaba does get flooded on this side of the For You page. And they tend to bring up a lot of trans issues that they aren't necessarily involved with because they're not on this side.
Yeah.
And I am a non-binary person, been on hormones and everything like that. And in my personal view, with a lot of these issues, Elphaba would be torn to shreds here. Just the socially, it's a little rough. Not like, oh, don't come to America, but you know, people do get hated on here for. Let me try my AirPods. I apologize.
That's all right. Okay.
Can you guys hear me better now?
You're still quite quiet, but we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to
talk a little bit louder.
Yeah.
Is that better?
We'll see how it goes and see what the feedback is. I'm
Sure.
just going
I
to
do apologize.
That's all right.
And I feel they overwhelm themselves with what goes on in America and try and like, I don't want to say put a false narrative that it's constantly going to happen to them, but that's kind of the not personality, but that's the way they go out in public, the way they talk to other people when they try to give constructive criticism. And they always, you're being transphobic, you're being this, you're being that. And when you're constantly saying to yourself, this person's being transphobic, this person's doing this person's that, you get, you put yourself in a little tiny box where everything just seems transphobic. Everything seems hateful. And unfortunately, I don't think Elphaba has had a proper adult, a proper trans woman in their life to show them, you know, this is how you present yourself. This is what you do as a trans woman, because they always be, I'm a woman. But at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with being a trans woman, you know? Wear it loud and proud. Like I said, I take hormones, I take testosterone, and I put that on my chest fully because that's who I am. It makes me who I am. And they really just hold on to that stigmatism that the Americans have to deal with, you know, with certain states pressing different laws and this, that, and the third. And I'm not trying to make any excuse at all. I'm just saying they are putting themselves in this falsehood, you know? And sorry, I just read one of the comments.
That's right.
And if, like I said, if they had a trusted adult that could show them, and they have a bad reputation of picking people that do not, you know, they make themselves look bad even without Elphaba next
Yeah.
to them. And at the same time, it also makes, like Peach said, we're in the issue of the Supreme Court trying to push TikTok being banned or not, but it also, if other people from America are seeing that and they see this trans woman acting like this, it really adds more of a stigmatism and hurts what's
Yeah.
already trying to be progressive. And
Yeah.
so I feel when, granted, yes, a lot of people are trolls and are saying stuff that should not be said, but when people are trying to be constructive, trying to, you know, hey, this, that, you know, and they're just, trans, that pushes a stigmatism all over the world, not just in the UK. And they always claim, oh, I'm famous. And so when they do this, that, and the third, it's always a pecking order. It starts from somewhere and then it just goes plummeting from downhill. And so they know exactly what they're doing, gaining the views not only in the UK but also in other countries.
Yeah.
And it's just, it really makes TikTok look bad. It makes a whole group of people look bad, and it's just, Elphaba needs to be gone.
Yeah. They need to be removed from the app at the very least.
Completely. I've noticed watching them a little bit, they do tend to advertise to kids. They'll be like Nazi new, whiffy woo, this, that, and the third. And like that type of wordplay is child's wordplay.
Yeah.
And it's very disgusting. Granted, yes, they do have allegations against them. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't know. But when you're constantly putting yourself in this position, nobody else is making you do this.
Yeah.
It's you yourself alone. They made a comment that they can't work a 9 to 5 because they have autism, but that's that's a debilitating comment to a whole group of people.
Yeah. My husband is autistic, and he works a 9 to 5 job.
Exactly. And like it's I used to, in high school, I did a program where I worked with children with special needs, and well, not children, teens with special needs and stuff. And so like there is a lot that people on the spectrum can do. Granted, yes, there are mobile disabilities and other things like that. Like, yes, understandable. But she's able to go live 24/7, able to make money off of live 24/7, but can't go make, granted, yes, makes I don't want to say a lot of money off of TikTok,
Yeah.
but as a 20-year-old, you would think making a consistent salary, knowing you have comfort money.
Yeah.
And it's very childish. And like I said, very, very appeasing to children, because then they can think, oh, I can just do live, I can do this, I can do that. It'll get me views, it'll get people to send me money, and then we all have a crisis on our hands.
Yes, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And the fact that it's the fact that they are monetizing this as well, and it's getting pushed. I mean, it's like there's 10.9k viewers in that live, before it got cut off.
Yes.
That get your bum out my face, dude. Seriously, get out. So yeah, the fact that that was being pushed and TikTok wasn't doing anything about it is crazy to me. 11k, yeah. There was a 10.9 thousand people in that live, watching Elphaba's behaviour before it got cut off. TikTok have a lot to answer for, but that was just shocking to say the very least.
100%. And
Yeah.
to add on, it also adds a stigma behind mental health.
Yeah.
constantly doing this up and down, up and down. Granted, yes, some people do have that up and down, but you can tell this is all for an act, saying, oh, it's because of this, it's because of this, and how Michelle said it was very staged. It puts a very bad stigma
Yeah.
to people who may need help. Like here in Colorado, I'm in Colorado. We currently have a couple of officers that it's a very big issue on officers handling mental health with Elijah McClain. There was an officer who shot trigger warning, I apologize. But there was a kid having a mental crisis and the officer unalived him, but he was the one who called for help.
Yeah.
So that it's a very, very serious problem here. And when Elphaba goes on live and makes it a comedy show to her, like, and if you like her stigma, like the way she moves, her mannerisms, like the things that she says, it's almost as if it's a joke to her. But there are serious people that need serious help, and this means something to them.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that like you said, that this has been monetized, this has been allowed for so long,
Yeah.
and they
It's
haven't
mad.
actually taken a proper, mental break. They'll be like, oh yeah, 2 seconds, and then they
Straight back on.
need that affirmation from other people, and it's very codependent on the comments, the likes, the money. It's almost like an addiction.
Yeah. It is a bit mad, and the fact that they're getting a wage from this, and the fact that they are, like you said, putting a stigma on mental health, putting a stigma on being trans, etc., etc. It is just shocking, the fact of they think that this is acceptable, and what is really sickening is the fact of they do it only to add views, only to get them views going up and get them attention. That is disgusting.
Yes,
Absolutely
ma'am.
disgusting.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Someone just commented, turning off comments but leaving on gifts. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
It really says a lot, especially if there are certain people that are reaching out to help and you're completely denying it, but you
Yeah.
want to turn off the comments and then say this, that, and the third, and rant about everybody, call us all broke, and but sitting there begging, it's
Yeah.
astonishing, in all honesty. Like I don't I'm not trying to understand, but like this, she needs to be, in my personal view, she needs to be hospitalized, because the way her brain is obviously functioning right now when it comes to live and everything else, it's she is not okay.
Yeah.
And
No,
everybody
she's not.
says,
The sad fact of the matter is, in this country, unless you actually physically do something to hurt yourself, like what I did, trigger warning, took an overdose a few years ago when I was spiraling out of control because my meds were out of whack because I'm bipolar. There's nothing paramedics or police can do to help you, because if you say, no, I don't want to go, they can't force you to go
Yeah.
unless they know you have done something to hurt yourself.
see, in America, it's where if you even make the threat of trying to harm yourself, you are hospitalized for 72 hours immediately. Like, you can't make any threat. Even if you just say, I'm going to harm myself, you have a witness that said it and they can verify you said it, you are going straight to a mental hospital.
Yeah.
Nope, not here.
That is a little, I don't want to say it's not progressive, because like you said, there are a lot of people that do think about wanting to harm themselves, and they just want a safe space to talk about it, have someone to actually listen and understand, not necessarily understand, but make you feel like you understand, because sometimes hospitals and I'm an American, so hospital bills and me are not a big fan, but you know um it's just
Yeah.
I feel it should be a universal thing. Like, if you say you're going to hurt yourself, like, it needs to be a serious thing. I had a family member who did, and it's a very serious epidemic that not a lot of people tend to grasp onto.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you, Jackie, so much for joining the live.
Thank you.
We are going to get someone else up now, and hopefully give them a bit of a voice as well. But thank you so much for coming and talking with us and sharing the insight from across the pond as well.
And thank you for allowing
Thanks,
me to
hon.
have a
Much
good
love. Big hugs.
Cool. Okay, so I can see a few people that are wanting a little bit of information. Tony, let me just say, Shout has a long delay. Okay, so the texting app, the texting option for Samaritans currently has a long delay in getting back to people. So if you are finding that you are needing help now, you need to be ringing the number, which is 116123. So do make sure, guys, that you are making sure you're protecting yourselves, protecting the people around you. So yes, but apparently at the moment Shout has a long delay. So if you are texting that service, please expect that you may be waiting a couple of hours. If you are finding you're needing help right this second, right now, like Louis has just put in the comments for me, Louis at 999 emergency, to explain the fact you are currently feeling like you're in danger, and secondly, you've got 111, but again, that could be a long wait, or Samaritans 116123. Okay, so I've just seen that, is it Emily that's joining next?
Yeah.
Cool. Hi, Emily.
Oh,
That's right.
so yeah, I don't really follow Elphaba, like, personally, but I've been in your lives, watching your watch party. Basically, I think personally she needs help, like, mental health wise.
Yeah.
I don't feel like she's had a role model in her life. Like I don't know what the picture is with her dad. I don't know whether she has a dad or not, but she needs a role model. She needs a break. She needs to come off, think about her actions, because I don't condone her actions.
What he does at this point.
But as a person who suffers mental health myself, I see a therapist fortnightly on the phone. I've gone through a lot of rubbish. Like, I've shared my story on here a couple of times.
Yeah.
Like essay, and I just feel a bit uncomfortable about, like, I'm actually shaking. Like, I'm actually scared. Like, I'm not scared, but like, I'm in fear of what Elphaba's going to do. Like, if she doesn't get that help, like, the police should have done something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was how I felt today, which was why, even though I'd said to Ali last night I wasn't going to watch, I ended up watching, because I could see this coming.
Yeah, like, I felt like a meltdown was coming. Like, I didn't realise how big it was actually going to happen. Like, I didn't expect this. Like, I've seen videos on my For You page. I've reported about 20 of them so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so far, all of them have come back, no violations.
That's just mad to me. That's just mad to me, the fact that that TikTok are finding no violations. TikTok are seeing absolutely nothing wrong with, I mean, regardless as to whether it's bots that are initially assessing these reports, it's gross, the fact of TikTok is even allowing that to circulate. There's a hashtag going round about it, and that is just shocking to me that TikTok is even allowing that.
I know, it's just, the community guidelines are just shocking. Yeah. Like, I get banned for being underage. I'm 10 years over the age for this app, Yeah. I look young, but I don't look 13.
Yeah.
And then that happens.
Yeah, it's shocking. So for people who are asking and who aren't aware, very quickly, trigger warning, unaliving, mental health, and all of the above. So a creator on TikTok called Elphaba came on live earlier today, and they came on shouting and screaming, and they later then added a sharp instrument to the fray and holding it towards their neck, implying that they were going to unalive themselves. In their comment section was filled with D threats, and quite harmful behaviour from their commenters, with people suggesting ways of unaliving themselves. They also then pulled someone into the box who did show their face and decided to put voice to everyone's comments and give them instruction on how to unalive themselves. Elphaba's live was reported multiple times, and TikTok found that there was no violations. There are currently videos circulating TikTok at the moment on the FYP page of Elphaba with the sharp implement against their neck. I would urge people to report these videos and get them taken down. Obviously, TikTok is being TikTok and finding no violations on these videos, which is truly disgusting. However, police was called to Elphaba as a welfare check. The police have responded to Elphaba. However, hearsay, we have had someone on live saying how the police did turn up, but they left without Elphaba. This basically indicates that they deem Elphaba is not a danger to themselves. So Elphaba is okay. Elphaba is alive. But yes, so the police have deemed them not a danger to themselves because they have not restrained or taken them away to be restrained, is the best way I can describe it.
Like, that just doesn't make sense. Like, how can holding that instrument to your neck not be,
Yeah, exactly. You're very welcome, guys. Obviously, we're trying to censor it as much as possible, but we need to make awareness of the fact this person's behaviour, especially when we do have people in this live already who are calling us bullies, calling us... we've been reported for harassment and bullying on Elphaba, which we've got restrictions for. But Elphaba is more than... TikTok took ages to take action. TikTok did eventually take it down, but I dread to think how many reports came in on that girl.
I'm going to have to love you and leave you all. I am absolutely shattered.
It's getting late.
God bless you. Yeah.
Don't you think you're bullying or harassing? Actually, only group I've come across pushing support. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I was about to read your comment and get defensive, but thank you, darling. I'm glad I read the full comment.
I was doing some more investigations. Some other people are talking about Elphaba's live and stuff like that, and so far I've looked up, Elphaba's account has not been banned. All 4 accounts are still there, and that's why I've been so quiet. I've just been investigating.
Yeah.
But yeah, all their accounts are still there. They might be permanently banned from going live, but their accounts are still up.
So theoretically, they're still allowed to make content, which is disgusting.
Which doesn't stop them from doing anything, really, does it?
No.
I've also checked their Instagram story. They have deleted their story. So I wonder why, because they were showing the little thing that they got today.
Yeah.
Like whatever they bought, they were showing that. So obviously Elphaba's well enough in their head to delete the fucking nice things that she buys. So yeah.
Yeah. Additionally, guys, if you do have photos, screenshots, whatever, or video recordings of the live tonight by Elphaba, please do not recirculate them. Please either delete them or pass them on to the police. Do not put them back onto TikTok. There is obviously...
It's a criminal offence.
It's a criminal offence, absolutely. So it comes under the Online Safety Act 2023, Section 184. If you are sharing that on live, if you are sharing those images on live, you are committing a criminal offence.
And we will report
do that. You will get yourself in danger. You are also putting others in danger.
Yeah, and I'll report you. I don't care who you are. You will get reported.
You girls know your research. We have had very many people come in this live and give us fantastic information.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so
We can't go through it.
I
So
definitely can't take credit.
just for the Americans that are in the chat, so the American helplines are obviously 988, and the numbers I've managed to find are 212 673 3661 or 1-800-273-TALK, and it's SamaritansUSA.org, and it's 112 for Ireland.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
So even though you think I'm not looking, I am doing something.
I love you, but I have to leave you all.
Okay, darling. Have a
I
good
might,
night.
I might still be in the comment section though. I'll be popping in and out.
That's
Oh,
right.
joke.
Right.